Hi, boys and girls. I'm back to read Junie B. Jones is a Party Animal. Remember, on our last chapter, Junie B. Jones is heading to Lucille's house with Nana. And remember, at first, when she went to pack her things, she shoved everything into a plastic bag. Luckily, her mom had a nice little suitcase for her to take over and kind of helped her realize she didn't need to take everything. Chapter 5, Going to the Ball. Lucille was sitting in the middle. She whispered real quiet to me and Grace. Beg for the poodle, she said. You promised, remember? You promised to beg for my poodle? Me and that Grace looked at each other because we didn't actually want to do that particular thing. Lucille poked us. Come on, you promised, she whispered. You promised to beg. I did a sigh, and then I thinked about what to say. Finally, I took a deep breath. Hey, Nana, guess what? Lucille wants a poodle, apparently. And so, could you just buy her one, do you think? I asked. Yes, could you ask that, Grace? Because she is making us beg you, or else we can't spend the night. That Nana's mouth came all the way open. Can you imagine Nana's face? And what's she going to say? Oh, so that's what this is all about. Well, my granddaughter knows perfectly well that I am allergic to dogs. So you can tell Lucille that a poodle is out of the question, I'm afraid. I patted Lucille, very understanding. A poodle is out of the question, we're afraid, I said. Lucille kicked her feet up and down. Beg harder, she whispered. You have to beg harder. I did a little frown. Are you firm on that? I asked Nana. No, poodle, Lucille, said the Nana, very snappish. Lucille kicked her feet some more. I knew that dumb idea wouldn't work, she grouched. Just then, the car stopped in front of a big iron gate. Grace's eyes opened big and wide. Wow, that gate looks like a castle gate, she said. Lucille smiled a teeny bit. It's not a castle gate, you silly head, Grace. This is just the gate to my house. The Nana pushed a button, and the gate opened right in front of her eyes. Hey, that button is like magic, I said. Lucille smiled bigger. After that, the Nana drove down a long driveway, and she stopped in front of a big, beautiful house. Lucille jumped out of the car and ran inside. Me and that Grace followed after her. And guess what? Lucille's house was even beautifuler on the inside than it was on the outside. There was a long row of stairs and a big bowl of flowers and a giant sparkly ceiling light that was made out of glass. I did a gasp at that thing. That light takes my breath away, I said. Lucille skipped around the circle. She sang a loud song in her ear. See, I told you I was rich. See, I told you I was rich, she sang. She made that song up, I believe. After that, she took our hands and showed us all the rooms in our house. She showed us the living room and the dining room and the kitchen and the big giant patio and the daddy's office and the mother's office and the family room and the pool room where you play pool and the outside pool where you swim and the hot tub and the library and the gym and the Nana's room and the mother and daddy's room and the fancy gold bathroom with a jacuzzi and the brother's room and a whole bunch of guest bedrooms. That seems like quite the tour. Then finally, Lucille showed us her very own bedroom. And it looked like a bedroom where a princess lived. Lucille's bed had a pink frilly roof on the top of it. This is called a canopy, she explained. It matches my pink silk draperies and my pink silk bedspread, and my pink telephone, and my pink plush rug, and my wallpapers with pink flowers on it. And see my TV, and my stereo, and my computer, and my CD player? She pointed to the corner. And do you notice all my big stuffed animals standing over there, she said? My eyes popped out with those giant guys. The giraffe was bigger than even me. Me and that Grace ran to play with him. No, stop, don't, shouted Lucille. You're not allowed to touch them. They're just for show. Huh? Said that Grace. What? I said, how come? Because they're expensive, that's how come, and these animals costed my Nana a fortune. Oh, I said, kind of disappointed. Oh, said that Grace. We sat down in Lucille's bed. She shouted at us again. No, get up. You're not allowed to sit there. That bedspread is just for show. Me and that Grace springed right up off of there. Lucille quick smoothed the material with her hand. Don't you two know anything? She said. The bedspread is made of silk, I told you. I'm not allowed to get it soiled. Oh, I said. Oh, said that Grace. After that, Lucille skipped over to her dresser and she pressed a button on her mirror. And then like a million bazillion lights came on. Look at this. This is my very own professional makeup mirror. It is the same kind of mirror they use for the movie stars. My Nana bought it all the way from Hollywood, California. Me and that Grace run to that sparkly mirror. We looked at ourselves in the bright lights, and we sticked out our tongues and made silly faces. Lucille quick turned it off. It is not a toy, she grouched. So there's Junie B. Jones and Grace being silly in front of the mirror, making lots of faces, and you could tell Lucille's face in the background. She doesn't look very happy. After that, me and that Grace just stood very still, and we didn't touch anything. This is going to be quite the long evening, I said, kind of quiet. Sorry. Only just then, something very wonderful happened. Lucille's Nana came in the room, and she was carrying a big box of dress-up clothes. I thought you little gals might want to have some fun with my old evening gowns, she said real nice. They're as old as the hills, but they're quite stunning. Lucille ran to the box, speedy quick. Let's play Cinderella. She pulled out a beautiful, sparkly pink gown. I'm Cinderella, she shouted. Then Grace shoved me out of the way, and she ran to the box, too. She picked out the sparkly blue gown. I'm the fairy godmother. I did a big huffy breath at those two, because now I had to be one of the ugly stepsisters, probably. I bent it down and stretched through the box very careful. Then all of a sudden, my hands felt something very long, silky, and softy. I quick pulled it out of there. The Nana's face lighted up. Oh, my goodness, my old feather boa? She said, why, I haven't seen that thing in years. I danced all around with that lovely thing. I love this, Nana. I love this old feather boa. Just then, a great idea, another great idea popped in my head. Hey, I know. I will be the famous singer that sings at Cinderella's ball. Lucille and Grace looked funny at me. What singer? Said Lucille. There's no singer, said that Grace. I stamped my foot at them. Yes, there is. There is too a singer, and I am her. My name is Florence, the famous singer, and I will be performing show tunes from the hit musical Annie. So there. Lucille and Grace shrugged their shoulders at me. Then they dressed up in their beautiful gowns, and they went to the ball. And I sang, the sun will come out tomorrow. So there's Junie B. Jones and her feather boa. And there's Lucille and Grace. And that's the end of chapter 5. The next chapter is chapter 6, bouncing. And if I can remember one of the rules, I feel like her mom said one of the rules was no bouncing. Uh-oh. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I love you all so much. Sending big virtual hugs, and I'll see you real soon.